Good morning. Good morning. And Kathy with One Neigh at a Time. And my neigh for the day is grateful to be an alcoholic. Wow. Who would say that? Who would ever say, I am grateful that I'm an alcoholic? I remember when I first went into a recovery program, the meetings, I heard somebody say that, I'm grateful to be an alcoholic. And I thought, what the? No way, no way am I excited to be or grateful that I have alcoholism, that it's a disease and I have it and I'm supposed to be grateful. You know, absolutely not. And, years later, now I've come to know and understand what that meant, I can look at myself as, two sides. One side is I'm an alcoholic and the life that I led as an alcoholic. Not all of it was bad. Not all of it was terrible. I did a lot of great things. I was a great person. I started flipping over to not being such a great person and acting out because of alcohol, because I put it in my system, because of all those things, and became a person that I didn't like. I didn't enjoy hiding and lying and pretending and, creating a life that, my value systems were really really off. And my goals, I wasn't attaining any goals. I wasn't setting any goals. I might set one when I'm drunk and then take it away when I'm sober. So there was this big in-between spot that, I didn't care for who I was. And then I stepped into recovery, and there's still the beginning of recovery where you have so many things that you're working on about yourself, and not that I still don't, because believe me, I still have many things that I constantly have to work on. But they seemed really, really high at that point. Everything was glaring in my face. And then you step into a recovery meeting and they say to you, everything has to change, or I'm grateful I'm an alcoholic. Life is better now that I'm in recovery. You start hearing all those things in your very first few meetings. Of course, you're like, no way. I have no idea what you're talking about. There's no way I want to go to meetings for the rest of my life. There's no way I want to not drink. I can't imagine that. I seen somebody in there that had 30 some years of sobriety and he was still at a meeting. I'm going, oh my God, no way do I want to be that person. No way do I want my life to look like that. No way is this going to be my destination in my life, is being a part of this program, coming to meetings. Oh, no way. Well, now, today, I go to meetings because I do get something from them. And I can say that I'm grateful that that I'm an alcoholic. I guess I can say that I'm grateful that I'm alcoholic. I say that sometimes only because I seen the life that I had. I seen the life that I was becoming. And because I switched over in recovery, I now had a chance to really look at my life. I have a chance to look at who I want to be. I remember my therapist at that time, I was really confused as to who Kathy was. And one of the things we were talking to was my relationship with my mother. And, she had this home, and her home was on a lake, and she also had a home in Florida, and she had all these beautiful things that I could use, and I used them drunk. I used them without respecting her stuff. I would come and say hi to her just so I could go on the boat, or just so I could use her lake, or use her property so I could be by the lake, or just so I could go to Florida and not have to spend the money. There's a part of me that knew that was my just. I loved spending time with my mom, but I would only spend so much time with her because I wanted to go drink. I wanted my drink on. That's simple, and as crushing as that is to me as a human being, thinking that, I did that to my mother, that is who I was. Now I go visit my mom, and, as my therapist said, Kathy, you get to create. Who do you want to be as a daughter? Who do you want to be? How do you want to step forward as a daughter in your life? And, I got to do that with all of my family members. I switched over and worked on myself so that I could become a better Kathy. I could become a better mom. I could become a better sister. I could become a better friend. I could become a better, I'll say employee, even though I was never really employed. I am my, an entrepreneur. I own my business now, but, I became a better person. I became a different person, and I'm not sure at the beginning I was a better person, but I'm working myself into being a better person. I'm making lots of mistakes. We all make mistakes, I can't hold them. Sometimes I do. Sometimes people throw it in my face, the things that I've done to them, and I gotta take them. I've done those things. I got to recognize them, and that's all part of being in recovery, is knowing that you need to say some I'm sorries, knowing that you need to say, I messed up. I apologize for that. In looking at that, what can I do next time to make sure that I don't do that again? Those are the important things that you need to look at. And that's why I'm grateful that I'm in recovery, is because I recognize that who I was going in a really bad direction. I didn't have any spirituality in my life. I didn't have, I had relationships, but they weren't deep, I wasn't bettering myself. I wasn't reading the right things. I wasn't watching the right things. I wasn't doing all these things that make me proud of myself. So over here in recovery on this other side, I'm working on myself. I'm not going to say I'm a better person, but I am. To me, I am. Somebody else might look at me and say, no, you're not, but that's their stuff. I am a better person. I am a kinder person. I am a more giving person. I am somebody that listens to somebody else today. And, I work on me. I try to work on other people too. I try to be a good, guide, which is part of my coaching, recovery coaching, is that, I get to listen to other people's stories. I get to hear their traumas. They are honoring me with their things that go on in their life that is a struggle, and I learn from them. I learn from every single story. I might even ask them questions that I'm answering myself as I ask them the questions. I have to look at myself through all that too. So, being a better person, being a kinder person, a loving person, that's what the other side of recovery, that's the gratefulness of being who I am today. So, am I grateful I'm an alcoholic? Do I wish that I was? No, I wish that I could have, that this wasn't part of my background. But because it is, and it is, I've learned lessons from that. I've learned lessons from my background, and I'm hoping that, I'm giving out to other people. I'm giving you a chance to have a voice. I'm giving you, my story so that you can have some hope that maybe your story will change too. So if you're struggling in your life and you want to know, what does it feel like to be on the other side of drinking or of a trauma or of depression or whatever, I hope that you reach out to me and my horses and I, or whatever the right word is. I'm still working on that vocabulary thing, and find out what can we do today to make you see yourself in a different light. So with that, I will say goodbye and have a great day, and live life one day at a time. See ya. Bye.